Look, I didn't really even want to watch this, but I saw other people doing it, and I kind of just want to get my opinions out here. First, before you guys even go further into this video, I want y'all to know that I think this whole reboot is dog water. There's another word that I would like to use, but I don't conduct myself in such a behavior. So I thought I would just give my thoughts. You know, for a long time, ever since like these teasers have come out, when the teasers first came out on this, when they looked good, I was like, okay, yeah, I'm a little bit hyped. I really want this reboot to do good. And then more things started coming out, and the budget poofed into thin air, and it became the budget of like $2. Yeah, let's go. This is the Winx Club reboot. Now, to give you some context, I used to really love Winx Club. I still love Winx Club. Lately, I've been going back to watch the third season. It's been a while since I watched the first and the second season, but I did see episodes of season 3 on YouTube randomly, so I just started like rewatching it and stuff like that. And I've been like looking at some of the Winx Club comic panels too and stuff like that. So I've just been really like rekindling my love for Winx Club. Why does this just sound so... First of all, this sounds like so bare bones. It doesn't have that, you know, that charm in the background, I feel like. It feels like... I don't know, it feels like... Is electronic even a word to describe it? Like, it feels like so just bare and kind of like lifeless. I just feel like the original just had that extra charm. The original sounded like they were actually like very like tight held and together. It sounded like it had the power of friendship. As many clips as I've seen from the show, it doesn't seem like the power of friendship is like anywhere. It's just like they're just automatically friends. They don't have any like exclusive like hardships together, so it's just kind of like instant friends. Like that's one thing I forgot about. I forgot about how they made Kiko plushie. Why is Kiko such a hyper-realistic plushie? It looks like they made a plush in real life, took a picture of it, and then just cropped it into the show. What is this? What is that? I like how we're like very like straight into like... I say I like as if I actually do, but I don't. First of all, if you put your hand in the water cup, you spilt it on the floor. He did not notice that. Like, are you blind, Pops? Like, what is going on here? The thick A eyebrows, like. So you noticed the book, but not the. Okay, the water on the floor disappeared. Wow. So you noticed that book right there, but you didn't notice that there's no water on you didn't notice that there's water on the floor. Because you literally just saw her spill the water out of the cup onto the floor. But yet he's standing there looking at the book instead of noticing. I feel like they have very minimal expression also as well. And you're telling me that happened, but that you're telling me that did not burn like your mom's shirt, like when you like it clearly lit up right as she touched her. She didn't feel that heat. You didn't feel that, Vanessa. I'm not even 2 minutes in, and I'm just so appalled. Like, I don't... Wow, why is that so... Why was that so jarring? Hold, okay, first of all, what the freak? Okay, why was that so jarring? First of all, why did she just get to the park? She immediately looks up and sees Stella and Flora fighting. Like, at least before they were in, like, the forest and the woods in the original, it was just Stella. You're telling me that this is, like, the plain, like, this is just public space. This is plain, open, public space. And you have Stella and Flora fighting a monster in open, public space.
Oh my goodness, what's that?
Girl. If I could roll my eyes so hard that my eyes would fall on the ground, you're telling me, okay, what a miraculous event that it just missed you completely. That is so okay. Oh, ew, ew. What is that? What is? I mean, okay. Stella's wand isn't bad. It's like a normal concept design for like a magical girl, but for Stella, it's pretty lame. Like, I know the scepter is like a very like the scepter is a very simple design, but it also like it fits Stella. This little toy wand that you could get from out of a gumball machine does not look like does not really fit Stella. I mean, I'm sure it has like this little blue orb that kind of like represents the moon, but I don't think she ever uses any moon spells in this show. It's always solar flare. Does she have another one besides solar flare? I don't know.
I swear, you ugly ogre, you better not break my bike.
Yeah,
No,
goodbye,
how
bike.
dare you.
You're not gonna need it anyway. Oh. Okay, so you're telling me, okay, before she was getting like attacked in the original, so now you're telling me that she activates her powers just by, getting mad. I mean, sure, they were randomly working earlier when she was like touching random stuff or whatnot, but you're telling me that it all of a sudden she just goes, ugh! Like, and I feel like it would have been a better approach for like her powers to work at the moment that the tree was being thrown at her, right? Like, I get that you want Stella to have that little moment, or that. What is the point? What is the point? She could have activated her powers when the tree was thrown at her, or you could have waited a little more for the tree to be thrown at her, or the ogre could have went and attacked her again for her to use her protective barrier shield thingy. I feel like this is just kind of lame. What? Oh my gosh, Stella, your eyeshadow is ugly. Stella's makeup is just ugly. To the lee. Ugly. Stella and Flora's transformation designs are not that bad. They're not that bad. Why is it nighttime all of a sudden? What is going on? What is this pacing? This is crazy. This is 3 minutes in. This is absolutely trash. You need to take that eyeshadow off before I smack it off your face, Stella.
You need to come with us. Come with
Hold on. I'm sorry. Oh, let me turn my fan on. I'm sorry. What do you mean? Okay, what do you mean all of a sudden she's like, "Oh yeah, you need to come with us." Why? Did you come for me in the first place? Like, why? Like, was there a reason that you're here? You're not gonna say why you're here. You didn't. Why are you just suddenly saying, "Oh yeah, you need to come"? What? At least before Stella had saw Bloom's powers, and she was like, "Oh yeah, you might be a fairy. You could probably find out your origins." But here, Flora's just saying they're not. She just says like, "Oh yeah, you need to come with us." What is this kidnapping?
Yeah, so all of a sudden I told my parents that I was going to a boarding school, even though I don't know why they believe me, because I'm obviously lying.
Okay, here's another problem. Here's another problem amongst a million other problems in this dumb show. First of all, how are you just gonna tell your parents that you got accepted into a boarding school and not like, "Oh, when did you sign up for a boarding school? What boarding school is this? Why are you suddenly deciding to go with random people to a boarding school? What are you gonna do about your old school? Where is this coming from all of a sudden?" And in the original, for the first appearance, we're just like, hey, if you're going to some weird place in some weird dimension, okay, first of all, she didn't even have to lie in the original. They literally told her, like, she could be a fairy. She probably needs to go train at Althea or whatever to see what powers that she has. And they were like, okay, then we're gonna go with you, but they can't go with her because of the barrier that blocks Earth people from the school, but at least they were kind of like, okay, you know, if you're going to some weird dimension, then we're going with you. But here, they don't even know, like. And I know this is just to shave time off for some reason, but this is still really weird. Like, very weird. Like, maybe maybe she tells them later. I don't know. I really don't know. But how are they not gonna ask questions like, oh, okay, cool, get out the house, leave. We don't want you here anymore. Like, this is the energy that's going on.
Honey, I know you can't leave Kiko behind. He's really precious to you.
And the fact that she decides that she doesn't...
No, Kiko's for babies. I don't need him.
And the fact that she says, like, I don't need Kiko. The original Bloom would never leave Kiko, even if he was a plushie. But Kiko was just a big-eyed rabbit that she still took with her. Or that Kiko followed her. And Kiko followed her, and I think. But still, she would still never, like, leave him there. Even if it turned out that he was a plushie in the original, I don't think she would be like, oh no, I don't need him. Like, who do you think you are? Who are you? This is an imposter. This is an imposter. Who is this? It's like, oh yeah, she's just going off with some strangers. Why are they looking like this? What is this? What?
Ugh. Brother, ugh.
My head is hurting. What is this? There is no charm. We are not even 5 minutes in, and the pacing on this is absolutely dog crap. Another thing that pisses me off with this fairies and witches school. Okay, first of all, it's so blatantly obvious who is a witch and who is a fairy. Like, I know, like, it was kind of like that in the original, but at least they had a little bit of variety up in there, like, at the background characters. Now, you can just look at them and be like, I saw a clip where Farragonda and Griffin were looking at these people, and they were like, oh, if you were wearing bright, enthusiastic colors, you're a fairy, and that if you wear black, then you're automatically a witch. If I went to the school and I was wearing a black jacket, they would classify me as a witch because of that. Like, this, okay, I'm not even dogging on the fact that they put the witches and the fairies together in school. That would be okay if it were written better. And if it weren't, like, just this stereotypical, like, hey, you've gotta be a witch or a fairy, like. And it's so funny, because the only witch that really wears brighter colors is Icy, because she has, like, that ice blue color, and that's, like, her signature. So if it wasn't the case for that, then I bet she wouldn't even be wearing that bright blue either. It would either be, like, a very dark blue or just black. Okay, first of all, here's my next question. Why is she walking up to the school as if Stella and Flora wouldn't have had to bring her here? Because how would she have opened a portal to Magix by herself? They would have had to come with her. She would have had to come with them, right? For her to even get here. She doesn't know how to open portals. What?
We're here, Blue. There's witches here? I thought you guys said that this was a school just for fairies.
Bloom doesn't even know the history of the witches. Why is she, like, so, like, oh my gosh, witches go here? That's crazy. Did you see that? Hold on. No, back up just a little bit more.
I was also somehow assigned to a door without even talking to the headmistress first. Wow. Hi, my name's Bloom. I'm so excited to
see how
meet
she
everyone.
idles over here for no reason? You're gonna see her There was no prep in that backflip. What was that? She literally stopped and froze, and then she randomly cartwheeled out of the frame.
You'll see my name on the food in the fridge.
Well, Mistress Farragonda, we just heard you and Miss Griffin talking about there being a new student at Earth, so we just wanted to go get her and help you out a bit.
So you just decided to just do that randomly? And that's why Flora was like, oh yeah, you gotta come with us. That's still very, very awkward. And her face is awkward. Look how she looks like one of them. You know what she looks like? This might sound mean. She looks like cross between one of those, like, little baby dolls with how her lips are shaped. You know, the ones that the eyes like open up and down. She's caught between like that or a bug. Honestly, Farragonda and Griffin's designs are not that bad. I feel like they're some of the best designs. Well, as far as like a main-ish character goes, not a part of the Winx, Icy has the best design. Hers clears like everybody's. I feel, but Griffin and Farragonda are not that bad. I like Griffin's new look, honestly. See, look at how Icy slays here. Look at how Icy slays, and now we're about to get a Blycey scene. So, but I feel like the hate towards Bloom just because of this is like very like forced. Like they could have at least waited for Icy to hate her when they start trying to go after Stella's ring, because that's how it was like in the original, because Bloom like kept trying to like get in the way of them taking Stella's ring, but now she just bumped into her and now Icy's just like, oh, I hate her. Like, where is this coming from? Like, do you hate me because I'm cute, or like what? Like, where did this come from? Why? Okay, first of all, why was Bloom looking like that? You were the one that bumped into her. You couldn't say, hey, sorry? You couldn't... I just find that a little baffling. Like, you bump into somebody and you turn to look at them and you're just like... I mean, if that's the case, I feel like... I'm not gonna say all of Icy's hate is valid, but if I'm Icy, I'm just gonna be like looking at you like... Excuse me? Like, you stopped to look at me. You're the one who bumped into me. There was plenty of space around me, but you had to just bump into me, and then you turn around and look at me like that? Why is she just still standing there like that? No, you're not. You stood there for like 20 minutes looking at me. We are staring into each other's eyes and our souls, okay? Like, and you didn't say anything. Like, I get it if you're that mesmerized by how I look, but come on.
Really? You're giving the statue a manicure?
I kind of do like Flora's voice because it has like the hint of the accent and it matches her. I don't like Stella's very much. And what are you doing? She's not helping anyway. What was that? What was that? Don't Flora, don't say that. Like, what is that? She was not helping. She's just there to just take up space. Bloom, go somewhere. Like, can you stop?
Who's there creeping me out?
You saw them one time, bumped into one of them, didn't say sorry until after she said something, and then you look up at them looking at you all funny, probably because of that. And, like, well, she doesn't know what the real reason why, but like probably because of that to her, you know, thinking, and you say, hey, those three are creeping me out. I mean, I think that you might have creeped Icy out a little bit when you just stared at her without saying a single thing, besides like the vision that she had. But okay, why is Flora's bow just randomly flopping around when nothing else is? What's wrong with the physics on her bow right here? What's going on?
No, but there's always drama because fairies are nice and sweet, and then witches are dark and brooding and whatever.
Well, then maybe that you guys need to get rid of the stereotype then. I feel like that's wherein the problem lies. Just want to know where this sudden hatred is just not valid. So you broke a there was no reason for that. Like, this is a stupid plan to begin with. They know that you're up there, right? You freeze and then break a statue that you're gonna get in trouble for later. But first of all, your main plan is to try to kill her. And then what are you gonna do after you murder her? Like, you think you're gonna get off scot-free after you murder her? In front of everybody else? What was the plan here? Where's the smarts? Where are the brain cells? Where is the brain? Well, that wasn't my fault.
I didn't. I mean, it just... Well, Farragonda went too easy on you.
But the thing is, what I want to know, it didn't even... You just assume that she did because she's standing, like, right there. What about, like... Everyone here has powers. Literally anyone could have done that. So I don't really get where the point is coming from.
Report to the magical creatures barn. I want every stall knocked out.
Wait, okay, why did they get another punishment if you said it was her?
Darcy, Stormy, our Earth Girl is on the ropes. One more push.
Our Earth Girl? Oh my gosh, not you. You look like you had the budget of like 50 cents. I'm not trying. What is? You don't even look like you should be related to Bloom. Okay, I know Bloom kind of looks kind of odd here too, but you don't even look like you are from the same universe. You look like you're from How to Train a Dragon. This doesn't even feel like a reboot. It feels like so many things are happening at the same time. There's no reason this much junk should have happened in 12 minutes. Why are these things cuter than half this cast? Oh, Blythe again. And you're not gonna question like, hey, were you the one who broke this statue to try to kill me? No?
You know, I think the green button loosens the collar. Really? Oh, wow. I'm not gonna ask anything, but I'm just gonna press it.
You didn't question like, hey, why didn't you try it instead? And you're just gonna press it without any type of questions.
Oh, maybe I pushed it too hard?
Why were your eyes closed? Why were your eyes closed when you looked back at her? You couldn't... Okay, first of all, here's the number I would have did. I would have stayed looking at her, and I would have been like, hey, why don't we press it together? Or I would have been like, okay, I'm looking at you. I'm pressing it. Did it work? Did it work? Or I'm grabbing her hand. Did it work?
What did you do? Well...
Are you gonna at least...
Well, the collars were tight.
Who? First of all, who cares that, like, explaining it that way? Why didn't you say, hey, somebody gave this to me and told me to press the button? I know that doesn't really help the situation right now, but at the same time, you're not gonna let him know, like, to begin with that, hey, somebody gave this to me and said I should press it? Oh wow, they just got, like, so much uglier. What? I don't feel like seeing you. You're ugly. There's no reason you should be folding this fast. What is this? Why do Brandon and Sky look like grown men? They look like they should have full-fledged time jobs. They should not be in school. They're so useless.
So, to be honest, the transformations aren't bad. I just wish that they wouldn't wait until, like, the very final shot to show us what they're transforming into. But it grew on me ever since they first did the teasers of the transformations, so whatever.
Oh my gosh, why isn't this ending yet? Please end my misery. I cannot continue doing this. Then go! Oh my gosh, her design is utterly ugly. Do you guys remember the prototype design that they had when the animation in that one teaser where the animation was actually good and that she actually had a good design? This is crazy. The expressions in the scene from that teaser way back was way better than whatever this is. There was no expression on her face. Is this where Flora gets hit into the mirror? A hole in the wall. And you lock her in the... So you're just gonna leave her locked in the bathroom until... And they were just standing there doing nothing too. They didn't even... First of all, were y'all even looking for them? They didn't even know where the girls went. They just were just standing there like, I think something's missing. And you never explain anything. Like, sure, you just said like a few minutes ago, yeah, I saw Ice Dash and everything, but you could have also told them before that, hey, Icy's the one that handed me this device, but it's also her, yeah, it's also still her fault for not asking anything beforehand, or not, you know, saying anything, or like anything. Okay, I'm done. I don't under I literally just put myself through torture. I don't understand where this is coming from. I don't understand any of it. I don't. Where is this unfounded hate coming from? Like, if Bloom never bumped into Icy and felt whatever the heck she felt, I don't even think this hatred would be here. But until they tried to get Stella's ring, I just think that this is stupid. I'm done. I'm really done. This is worse than whenever I try to watch Dialogue Lovers. That's how bad this is.